Thanks for checking in to find out what you should check out this month on Shorties. Welcome to another episode of Bombs Way Presents Shorty. The mini episodes where we let you know what's going on in our lives when it comes to events and all the movies that we're going to do for the upcoming month. Joining me in the studio, I'm Jonathan. We never do that because it's like not a pattern.
Yeah.
Joining me in the studio, as always, is
Jarrett. Keeping it plain just for...
I don't have a last
Shorties,
name
yeah.
anymore.
Jarrett Cypher. You didn't say your last name.
Oh,
you
I
go,
didn't?
Jonathan.
Oh. They better know who we are by this point.
Oh,
no,
okay.
we should never assume that,
new
this might be the
listeners.
first episode, you know? Which, no, go pick one that you guys know first. That's another thing. I've been getting a lot of questions lately, new people that I'm talking to. They go, what should I start with? Well, we have our favorites. I've actually never asked you. Because this month we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
Woo!
And we'll tell you all about how we're going to celebrate that coming up in this episode. But I've never quite asked you, out of the past year, what...
50 Shades of Grey.
That's your
and
favorite?
50 Shades Darker.
That's everybody's favorite, apparently, when it comes to the numbers.
So good.
We're almost at 200 listeners for that episode, So thank you everybody who tunes into that one. And we've had some ups and downs. We lost a host at one point. We've had some great guests. Thank you to everybody who celebrated the past year with us and making this show special and unique helping us grow. Any others other than that you would recommend as like a first-time listener that are your personal favorites?
The Happening's a good one.
Happening is definitely on my list. I don't know. There's something magical about that first episode when we were trying, because that was basically just an audition.
That was an easy target.
Yeah. And The Happening is going to come around this month as well as we try to celebrate our 1-year anniversary with another Mark Wahlberg movie. So there's a lot of things coming up. Yes, Happening I would definitely recommend for a first-time user as a listener, especially also The Haunting. I think both episodes 1 and 2 are must listens. Other than that, I fully recommend Slumber Party Massacre thing that we did.
Yeah.
I love when we did a 2-for-1 special. So basically, Slumber Party Massacre and the Drinking Party Massacre that we did with it.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that... so it all comes full circle for this month,
it does.
Honestly.
We've got some fun stuff.
Any of our holiday theme ones are definitely a must-go. And then for me, I loved our Class of Nukem High 1986 episode. Yeah. I thought that was so much fun.
That was fun.
So that was the ones I recommend. But to be honest... When somebody goes, which one should I pick? Pick an episode from a movie that you've seen as your first one.
That's usually what I tell people, and usually people are like, they find a movie that they've seen, and they go, what, you did this one? And it's like, yes, we did. Now listen to it.
Yeah, right? People are always upset or shocked, and it's so funny. And that's going to be another thing. People are going to be shocked about one of our selections this month as well. So... before we dive into that, I want to reiterate, you're going to hear it for the next 2 months, but I'm sorry, folks. It's super important. We've been waiting to share it for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, August 16th, 2018, we are doing our very first live show. It was supposed to be for our anniversary, but a couple rights happened with Draft House, Alamo Draft House.
And a couple wrongs.
But yes, we're doing it. And what movie are we doing?
Miami Connection. I didn't remember.
Yes, we're doing 1987's Miami Connection. And people go, well, what is Miami Connection about? Well, historically speaking, Alamo Drafthouse in 2015 at an eBay auction saw a 35 millimeter unlabeled film, reel of film, and was like, I got $35 to spend, bought this reel of film, had no idea what it was, screened it for an audience, and this is what came out of it. This most outrageous film in which the only way I can sell it and describe it to you is a 80s synthwave pop band who also does taekwondo on stage is trying to clean up the streets from cocaine while at the same time being orphans who all live together.
All of which has no connection to Miami.
Nope. And the film's done in Orlando the whole time, right? Done on a budget of $1 million from a motivational speaker who's still in the business now, Mr. Y.K. Kim, who wrote, direct, and stars in this film. It is an absolute insane movie that we can't wait to screen for you. So what you get when you go to our live events is that you get a completely themed event from people who work in events at Disney. Woo! So like you get a high level of caliber of event here. If you're in LA,
don't hold us to that.
Yeah. It's higher than you're used to for a movie screening. Let's put it that way. You're going to have a full pre-show. There's going to be a themed t-shirts and drinks, and there's going to be ninjas running around this bitch. And also there's going to be, like I said, the screening of the 1987 film. We are not talking over it. It is the full film, and we just want you to sit down and heckle it and holler and have a good time with it and enjoy it. And then immediately after, we're going to do the show that you guys know and love, just live for an audience where you will also get to participate because there's a Q&A. So that's everything when it comes to Bombs Away Live presents Miami Connection. That's August 16th. If you're in the Southern California area, it will be at the Frida Cinema, our home right here. And you can find tickets at www.bombsawaylive.eventbrite.com. That's BRITE for Eventbrite. Please, the tickets are on sale now. Please go please go by and join us for this awesome event. You have anything to add, like, other than being excited?
It's gonna be fun. I don't really know. You have all the details. I just show up.
No, it's going to be a blast. We're working on getting one, if not maybe two, special stand-up comedians to join us on stage.
I thought you were going to say one, maybe two people showing up to watch the movie. We'll see.
Please join us. It is a Thursday. We understand that some people are like, I gotta work in the morning. Yeah, but like, you can come out. Like, you come out for other Thursday stuff.
It's fine.
It's a movie. It's a show. You're supporting us. And you coming to this show will guarantee that we're able to do more shows here at the Frida. Because coming up on the horizon, things that we want to do that we know we can is Howard the Duck, with actually Howard the Duck showing up. Ed Gale, who contacted us this month and is interested in showing up. Sleepaway Camp with possibly Felissa Rose showing up. Halloween 3.
With Halloween showing up.
Yeah. And so forth. Oh, and the Chiodo brothers were at the Hellraiser event last night and said that they would be interested in coming for a screening of Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Nice.
So these are all possible things that we could put together for you guys, but it only will happen if you really help us out and come to this first event. So please join us August 16th, www.bombsawaylive.eventbrite.com. Okay? Awesome.
Now the month of July.
The month of July!
Oh, God.
It's not Sky Captain. For anybody who listened to that one, we deeply apologize.
That was a good one, too.
That's a lot of fun. I just like the entire intro.
That was the best intro, I think.
Yeah, right? Which is funny because our a rival show, I don't call them rivals because I think everybody has their own version, did exactly that for their intro opening of their Sky Captain
After
episode.
we did
I
it.
know. And that was the funny part too, where I was like, okay, maybe they recorded it live like prior to us, but they definitely launched after our Sky Captain. So what an interesting coincidence. But yeah, I totally recommend, if you enjoyed our Sky Captain, go check out How Did This Get Made Sky Captain as well. Like it was a really funny episode. So moving on to the month of July. Of course, 4th of July is coming up, so we had to do a themed episode, and it was very hard to pick something for 4th of July because there's, because we had one choice. Usually, like if when it comes down to Halloween themed or Christmas themed, we have just a gaggle of bad shit that we can choose from, right? 4th of July had this, honestly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Katy Perry's music video for Firework.
Do you ever feel like a broken... Yeah.
Plastic bag.
Whatever. A broken bag.
Oh,
yeah, right. Just dumping your shit on the sidewalk. So we only had one to choose from, but it was a really crazy film. We've already actually laid this one down so we know what to expect. But ladies and gentlemen, coming Tuesday, July 3rd, you can find this full movie on YouTube right now. So go ahead and check it out. Why not? And it's also, if you're an Amazon Prime member, it's also available there. It's 1996's holiday-themed slasher, Uncle Sam. Roll trailer.
Just when you thought it was safe to stand up and salute the flag, Uncle Sam is back with a vengeance.
A Kuwaiti military unit discovered a mass grave in the desert. They positively identified the body.
Jody, stay away from the coffin.
You never fought for your country. You just kill for the love of
Who was that guy?
Now,
The guy
Uncle
gets
Sam
killed
has
in
a
the beginning?
contract on America.
Someone open a door.
Dodgers, watch out.
Someone's been killed.
Tax cheaters,
Said the blind kid.
beware.
God, Abraham Lincoln cannot catch a
No
break.
one will ever burn another flag.
Whoops.
Nobody will ever desecrate another grave. And no politician will ever tell another lie.
That's a lie.
No
And the
snowflakes.
July 4th weekend will never be the same again.
Well,
From William Lustig, director of
I
Maniac,
know.
and the Maniac Cop trilogy, comes an all-new terror
Maniac
experience.
Cop? Oh,
Uncle Sam. He's a red-blooded, all-American nightmare. Uncle Sam wants
probably could have
you
gotten a better tagline.
dead.
I don't remember reading that tagline either.
Yeah.
So that is for July 3rd in celebration of 4th of July. This one's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So look out for Uncle Sam. Because he
Also,
wants
watch out for
you.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Dead.
He wants you dead. So that will be for July 3rd. Moving on to our anniversary week. Okay, so we thought long and hard on this. We had a couple ideas out there. We want to, this summer, do a kind of like year in review, kind of like a Razzies, worst actor that we had in whatever episodes, things like that. We're still compiling that, so stay tuned. I want to make sure that happens. Like, that'll be a lot of fun. But it also involves getting another person involved so that you and I don't know the results, because I want to be surprised on air. I want somebody to read them for us, and we like place bets on
wanna
what
know
people
who
voted.
won.
Right? But that's something that I want to combine is like me and you, we sit down, we look at the list of like worst actor, worst thing like that, and then try to just kind of nominate some people from different things that we did, and then send like 4 nominations out to those of you who are listening to vote on. So that's coming. Stay tuned. But so we tried to go, okay, what are we doing for an anniversary episode? And some things came to mind, some things that were our favorite. One, we are falling upon another quote unquote holiday coming up that next week. And then also, like we said, what we love these, and we don't do them enough, is these drinking episodes, right?
Yeah.
Where we kind of do Mystery Science Theater style, right? Mm-hmm. And we said, well, it's about time, because we need to get to later films in this franchise which go off the rails. And this is the perfect opportunity considering that it is the week of Friday the 13th. So we said, why don't we do another combo where we do a drinking episode, which you'll be able to find on YouTube, which actually I need to revisit and see if I can get Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 back on YouTube because we had a copyright issue and that never came up. So apologize for that. But you are still able to sync it up with your copy of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which nobody has, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Garbage day. But so we said, let's jump into the franchise finally. We understand that most people are going to be upset with being like, that's not a bomb. But we all know that once we get to like part 5, part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, that yes, they will be. And there are some crazy things in the Friday the 13th franchise, like going forward. So we're going to talk about it in the episode. We're going to talk about part 1, but we're not going to focus on that as an episode at all because we'll get way too much flack. But we will start with part 2, in which Jason comes back. You know, he was supposed to have drowned, and he wears a burlap sack bag and overalls the entire movie, and does some crazy kills, including a guy with a machete to the face, and then that guy in a wheelchair rolls down a gigantic 3-story set of stairs. That's the ridiculousness that is parts of Friday the 13th, part 2.
Well, roll trailer.
Which is what we're going to do here. From 1981, Friday the 13th, part 2.
I'm not gonna lie, until you started talking about it, I thought we were talking about Halloween. I was like, yes, the second Halloween, they're in a hospital, I don't know. Now I know what we're watching.
Hello?
They even went with the off-brand Scream Queen.
She's from the first one.
Okay, well,
On a June
sure,
night
I don't know.
In
Just
1980,
thinking of Jamie.
Friday the 13th, 12 of her friends were murdered.
The body count
Why
was
should
12, but
Friday
they
the
weren't all her
13th,
friends.
1981 be any different?
When you're at summer camp, you're all friends, okay?
Friday,
I bet she
the
sees a cat.
13th, Part 2.
I think there was a cat.
The
Ooh, that's
body
in Mean
count
Girls.
It's Amy Steele from April Fool's Day.
14.
Oh. Doom, doom, doom.
Oh, and Ralph is back in this one.
15.
Who's Ralph?
From the first movie, warning people,
16.
you're doomed.
Well, why don't you give away all the kills? I was about to say, he's cute. I hope he doesn't die.
18.
Then I was like, oh, there's the wheelchair.
That's not how he dies anyway, so they're not really giving it away.
Yeah, but still, you did. Stop counting.
20.
Well, someone in bell bottoms and white shoes doesn't make it.
23.
Sandra?
I mean, the higher up they count, the more I'm like, that's not 13.
The day you count on for terror is not over.
Who's holding that knife backwards?
Friday the 13th. Part 2.
Okay.
So they don't even get in that trailer. They don't even get to like double 13, which would have been 26.
I know, that's like what I thought they might have been going for. I was like, well, alright.
So it's a take on the original trailer, which got you to 13 in its kills, or like showing like same process, right? So like that's what they're going for, but they're like, just 22 is good.
But in the first one, it was Jason Voorhees' mother, Mrs. Voorhees.
Right. They didn't even come to the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is, hey, there you go. This is the second one that's referenced in Scream. You're welcome. But also, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a Star subscription on, your cable network or on Amazon Prime, you'll be able to watch Friday the 13th Part 2. And I think probably the entire franchise is on there. They don't usually just add one.
Yeah.
But if you're in the Southern California area and want to see this on the big screen, the Frida Cinema is screening it on Friday the 13th at 3:30, 6, and 8 p.m. that night on Friday the 13th. So come see it with an audience. We'll be there hyping it up. you know, like that we did this episode, which that's going to be great. Honestly, is like, oh, did you just see this? Did you just come out of the theater? Why don't you go home and see it again with a commentary underneath, right? People are like, yeah, I don't know. But then this will start a Friday the 13th kind of series for us, where anytime Friday the 13th comes up now, we'll actually be able to continue the franchise. So there you go. Moving on to Tuesday, July 17th. Oh, by the way, the Friday the 13th episode will be out July 10th, Tuesday, July 10th.
Cool.
So moving on to the 17th, we said we want to do some summer things, and we've done 2 horror slashers in a row, so we need to really change it up.
Fun it up.
Right? We have previously featured this character before, during Halloween, and we really wanted to go back to his other films, and that's some of the interesting things, is that, like, we want to continue doing franchise films as much as possible. You'll notice when the anniversary of maybe the last time we did something comes around, we'll wind up doing it again. Like Silent Night 3 we'll wind up doing for Christmas. Slumber Party 3 we'll do for Halloween, you know? So we want to try to revisit when there's an entire franchise of bad as much as possible. So we said, it's camp. It's summertime. What are we going to do?
We're going to go to camp.
Yeah, we're going to go to camp. And we're doing camp actually 2 times in a row. Like, we're doing Friday the 13th, and then we're doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, please, we don't really have a trailer for this. We have a television spot. We could not find a trailer, but we wanted to make sure that we refocused on Jim Varney and his iconic character. So, I don't know, here's the 15-second spot for 1987's Ernest Goes to Camp.
Presenting the one, the only, the original, Ernest P. Worrell in his...
I don't think he's going to be too liked at camp. Oh, bad bus driver.
Rated PG.
How?
Starts Friday at a theater near you. Check your local newspapers.
It was in a theater.
Yeah, no, because remember in our Ernest Scared Stupid episode, we did mention that Scared Stupid was the last of the Ernest movies to make it to a theater.
Right.
So I know it did. I just can't seem to find a trailer. If somebody out there is like, yeah, no, I have the DVD, here's the trailer, anything, send it our way, you know, and I'd love to see it. I'd love to see how they pitch this. I'd love to see how they pitch the Ernest character to an audience and how it got to like 10 different movies in our Ernest franchise.
It looked like there were other Ernest movies on Prime, but not this one.
No.
So go watch a different Ernest. Thank you. You're welcome.
Or, I mean, a lot of people are going to say that this is from their nostalgia childhood, so they'll be able to, like, pull it off. So that's for Tuesday, July 17th. Now, we also haven't done... This is going to be historic for us. We haven't done anything that's animation before. Right? Like, I remember when I was planning this out that I knew I wanted to do Fern Gully, and we still haven't done that one.
There have been animation segments?
No, but I mean, you're right, but yeah, this is the first time that we're tackling something that is primarily animation. I mean, that's the catch, right?
It's like a reverse of Don't Tell Her It's Me. Starts off real, goes into animation.
That's right.
There it is.
Is that your only example of what we've done in
animated stuff?
Yeah, the credit sequences don't count.
Okay, jeez, I'm just thinking outside the box.
So, do you remember the film that we're about to announce?
Oh, I love this film still.
Okay. I remember having it, clamshell VHS, and now that I think about it and try to recall it, I can't say many good things about it. I'll say that.
I remember being like, I want to do it.
Okay.
That was it.
So, the film we're talking about stars Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd, but also features the only voice I can remember is Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Right? And if you haven't figured it out by now...
Books can be cool, too.
Books can be super cool, you know?
Go to a library.
Right? Go to a library sometime. Please read. But also watch this movie.
Yeah.
It's 1994's The Page Master. Roll trailer.
Storm, I better go on my bike.
Dun, 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 dun. He looks like Harry Potter if he was more of a nerd.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyler! What's the matter? Are you afraid to jump?
Yes. Like,
20th Century Fox invites you to join Macaulay Culkin.
okay, because I was like, I don't remember how we got to the library. Now I remember.
The same way as Neverending Story.
Yeah.
It just gets bullied.
Adventure.
I'm a cartoon.
Your journey begins.
Who are you?
I am the Page Master. Follow me.
He's in a world where imagination runs wild.
What are you doing grabbing me like that and messing up my pantyhose?
What?
With
You're about-
unforgettable characters.
I ain't afeard of nothing. I'm afraid.
What?
Oh, I did like horror.
Let me out of here!
He'll battle his way through the world's greatest adventures.
Alice in Wonderland.
What is that? 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Giant squid!
Moby Dick!
But before he can
I just
go
got
back
really
home,
into it. Sorry. I was like, we were so silent.
Good fight!
a boy will become a hero.
Yes!
Starring the voices of Whoopi Goldberg,
Naturally.
Why is she happy? She's a book getting wet.
Leonard Nimoy,
What?
Frank Welker of Aladdin,
With the adventurous
Frank
men.
Welker, you know him,
Christopher
right?
Lloyd as the Page Master himself.
You triumph here and always.
Experience the wonder.
Well, cool.
the
Show the end of the
laughter,
film.
And discover the magic
Jesus.
of the Page Master.
Dun, dun.
You get so angry in
I
trailers.
do. This is why I don't watch movie trailers.
Yeah, I mean, but you're acting as if like you're going to be spoiled on something good.
I know, but it's the principle.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think the principal's in this movie. Oh.
I know he's not in school.
Yeah. So that's Tuesday, July 24th. We really couldn't find a way for you guys to watch this one online. Sorry about that. But there's plenty of clips. So that's another thing I wanted to mention is that I've started curating our YouTube more. So
Yes.
there will be there's actually playlists that you're going to see on our YouTube that's going to say like episode 1, The Happening, right? And literally anything that I could find, like even if it's just like YouTube's $2.99 rental of it, that's going to be in the playlist. Like it'll go trailer, the movie, our episode, and then any of the Fandango clips or any behind the scenes or anything like that we can get in there. So if the movie is free and available on YouTube that I can put up there, you're going to be able to watch it. So like, for example, Angels in the Outfield or Uncle Sam or what's it called? So yeah, when Uncle Sam's available now, like it's out, like we already put it out.
Yeah.
So or Slumber Party Massacre, because that one was able to go up. Like these are the things. Like look on our YouTube. So search for Bombs Away on YouTube and see what comes up. Okay.
Cool.
And then to finish out, like I said, we wanted to do something that really was a celebration of our 1 year anniversary.
How far we've come.
Yeah, and the first
How far we'll go.
Yeah, the first film we did starred Mark Wahlberg.
It just sounded like he had a speech impediment.
Well, so does he.
Mr. Mark Wahlberg.
No, I never have a speech impediment.
And we've got Reese
Right?
Witherspoon.
Ooh, so if you guys don't
And
know what we're
probably a
talking
knife.
about, yeah, we wanted to celebrate the fact that Mark was our very first rip on the show with The Happening, and we couldn't find one that really fit until this exact moment. Some people will be like, "How dare you?" But like, let's be real, guys. This trailer alone just says everything that you need to know about this film. So we're going to be doing, to end out the month of July 31st, 1996's Fear. Let's roll trailer. Look at this photograph.
Stop being so obvious.
He wants you bad.
He does?
Not at all.
He's just looking
but
at
I
her.
expect you to be the first time I saw you.
So?
You're just sweet. Dad, meet David McCall.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Same here, David. Nicole's
I'm only 10 years older than you.
Hello. Yeah. You remember that song and dance about David in some perfect little town back east?
Something like that.
Well, guess again. He's got no family, no address, no work record.
I stalked him.
Big deal.
The roller coaster orgasm scene.
I know. I was like,
and the girl is my daughter.
Punk, 90s, anger.
It's all about David.
There's something wrong with him.
But your problem with David, not
He's
mine.
not a good guy. Well, this is gonna stop.
Feed through the witches and burn through the bitches.
Steve, we're friends and practically family.
The guy is a psychopath.
We have something that everybody wants, but nobody has. That's why they're trying to keep us apart.
Disappear from my family's life. You got that?
I'm just tickler.
Take its course.
He looks so different.
You okay? So let me out! Go, Nicole! Lock your door! The phone is dead.
Get my mother down with the sickness! Get my mother down with the sickness!
How can one person terrorize a whole family? Like, stay in one room, throw something? I don't know.
I don't think I think you've completely underestimated me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that is 1996's Fear. That will close out the month of July. Jared, do you have anything to add? I'm super excited.
Not usually. No.
Yeah, I know. Never. Yeah, that just about does it for us. Please, like I said, get those tickets for August 16th. Get those tickets. We are so excited to see you. Let us know if you're coming.
Even if you can't make it, just buy a ticket.
Yeah, like a donation. That'd be great, too. But yeah, or let us know where you want us to come. Like, oh, God, don't. Please don't.
Okay.
Like, as soon as it came out, I was like, no. Yeah, so that's about it. Follow us, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, @BombsAwayShow. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. And if you guys are an Android user and you've been listening to us on like different like third-party apps and you want to switch over, I forgot to mention, like, we are now, one, on Spotify, and two, Google actually finally made their own podcast app.
Yeah, they did.
So, like, switch over to the first party stuff, you know? Like, I'm celebrating we're on Spotify. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so there's like, and Spotify, I've been told, actually shows our album artwork.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
So like every single time that it's your head replaced with something on a poster, which is my favorite thing to do. Those who look out for Congo that's the latest one.
Always my damn head.
That's my favorite one, you know, like it was a good idea when you did it.
It was so stupid. I was like, wait, watch me do this.
And it's worked so many times.
It has. It really has. So many faces on so many just
posters.
Yeah. I was going to say billboards and I was like, oh yeah. Too.
So, Spotify will show that album artwork that I work so hard on
That's
every
so cool.
week.
I didn't know that.
So, yeah, that just about does it for us. Thank you for being listeners. Thank you for being loyal fans.
You're
Let us
welcome.
know if there's anything that you want us to do. Like we said many times, don't text us. Write it in Facebook. Let Facebook know that people should be paying attention to our page more.
Just comment.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Yep.
On the internet.
Right? I'm so afraid. I don't want to. But that just about does it. I think I've said that like 4 times.
Yeah, I think that just
actually
about does it.
does do it for us here. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Jarrett.
And we'll see you next month.
Bye.
Thank you.